To integrate renewables into the grid, we need to look at energy storage, because the sun doesn't necessarily shine when you need it, nor does the wind blow. The City University of New York had decided to set up an energy institute to aggregate expertise across its 23 campuses. ARPA-E was trying to give us a challenge which was very, very hard to meet, but was just about possible. What we're trying to do is make batteries which could be of the same scale as when you dam a river. Rather than putting it in a centralized location, you can put it with the users. Now imagine you could make gigantic batteries like this, which were rechargeable.
From the beginning, ARPA-E was looking for a very different type of battery. The grids call in particular was cost-driven. What's the cheapest possible battery you can make? All in, looking at all systems. The call itself actually inspired our use of the manganese dioxide. Zinc manganese dioxide battery is a safe, low-cost chemistry. You can't recharge them for two reasons. One is that the zinc plates and deplates as it charges and discharges, but because of the nature of the reaction, it forms needles. These needles can short circuit. This is the pitfall of the current alkaline battery. The manganese dioxide is a different reaction entirely. The trick there is to stop the atoms from significantly rearranging it all. We start with these very tiny cells. We make sure that the actual atomic structure does not change too much over the course of cycles. We've been able to really identify 5 or 6 places not to go with the manganese dioxide. And when we don't do these things, the battery lasts over 1,000 cycles at a cost that will allow us to reach $100 per kilowatt hour. We can put them either in buildings and handle the load for a given building, or we can put them in areas that distribute the load for multiple buildings, or say something like a zip code. A building owner could essentially do self-arbitrage, charge the battery early in the morning, use it around 3 p.m. or 8 p.m. Con Ed can take our battery and do the same type of leveling to reduce their maintenance costs and long-term replacement costs of the distribution network. You can effectively use something called microgridding the city. When the tree fell down in Ohio in 2003 and all of the Northeast lost power is because there were these successive surges and transformers blowing, so just one popped after another, and all of a sudden the entire grid went down. If you had a microgrid system, when the event was detected in Ohio, the grids that would be affected by this could instantly island themselves off from the potential surge. The area where the tree fell down would still be affected, but this chain reaction wouldn't follow. The batteries would then allow the grid to gracefully reconnect.
It's evident that the government in the United States has done the support of innovation in almost all areas which have really become major industries. What ARPA-E is doing is acting in that role for energy, and I think it's doing it very successfully with taking things out of the lab, getting them to the point where you can then start to get commercial partners. You sow seeds and some of the plants live, some of them die, but at the end, some live.